Hello, everyone. Well, it's not the Alric show today. Although you see the Alric sign, but come on, I'm still Alric. So the show still goes on, right? All right. So I was just talking to my brand team just a while ago about working on the final touches to launching the other areas of my life as a motivational speaker and as a life coach. You see, some people know about that and some people don't, but it's time for everybody to really, really know. All right. So I said, guys, I have to talk right now because I had an experience yesterday and I want to talk about it. Right? So I'm not launching. I'm semi-launching. All right. So I went to the hills of St. Catherine yesterday, all the way to St. Mary's primary school. It was St. Mary's all-age school before, of course. And that's my school. That's my school I went to up in the hills, the cool hills of St. Catherine. All right. So I spoke to some boys yesterday, ages 7 to 12. It was Boys' Day, and the theme was nurturing upstanding gentlemen. And let me tell you guys, after that 1 hour engagement, it was really good with the young men. I decided to, hang around, and I said, all right, guys, let me be a part of the entertainment. So I took the microphone and I was up on the stage, and I said, listen to me, man. Any of you boys down here that can come up here and sing the best, I'm going to give you some money. Of course, some came, they're not so good. So they get like $100 and stuff like that. No, a young man came up. I don't remember his name right now. He's probably about 10, 11, or could be 12. Could be 12 too. I don't know. But he came up and he did very well. So I took out $500 from my pocket and I said, listen to me, man. This is big money, You ever get money big, say it? And he said, yeah. I said, yeah. Well, I still have more in my pocket, which can be bigger. I said, who do you live with? He said he lives with his mother and stepfather. I said, all right. How much money you ever get yet? How much big money? He said, $1,500. So I said to him, all right. If I give you this $500, right? Call your mother right now and tell your mother that you have a new stepfather. He said, no. I said, what? I said, what? I said, I'm not good looking enough. He said, no. I said, all right, cool. So I took out $1,000. I said, here's $1,000. You can call your mother right now and tell your mother that you have a new stepfather. He said, no. I said, what's the biggest money you ever get? He said, $1,500. I said, who gave you that? He said, my stepfather. I said, all right. So I put the money together, and so I got $1,500 now. I said to him, here's $1,500. Just like your stepfather. Call your mother now and tell your mother that you have a new stepfather. The young man said, no. Deep in my pocket again. And I came up with $2,000. I said, listen to me, young man. Come on now. This is $2,000. You said the biggest money you've ever had is $1,500. This is $2,000. And you can call your mother right now and tell your mother that you have a new stepfather. He said to me, no. So I held the $2,000 in this hand. And I held the $500 in this hand. And I said, okay, fine. Which one do you want? Do you want the $2,000 or do you want the $500? He said to me, I want the $500 for my performance. And let me tell you guys, I gave him the $500 and I stood and I looked at that young man walking off the stage and I was so proud. I was so proud. So the example that this young man was setting or helping me to understand in that moment, he said, listen to me, Alric. Listen to me, Alric. The love that I have at home is greater than your $2,000. The love that I have at home, your $2,000, no frighten me. And then I was reminded that so many times we have love at home. We are nurtured properly. Yeah? Grandma and grandpa and mama and papa and everybody, right? They instill some great values in us, but as we go there in life, we allow ourselves to be diverted, yeah, and distracted. But this young man, he showed me immediately that he's grounded and he's solid. He said this to me, Eric, you're 2,000 and not afraid of me. Yeah? I can imagine what was going through that young man's mind. He's saying, listen, my stepfather work hard. So no money that nobody bring to me is going to distract me. I am focused on my family. I am focused on the love of my family. And guess what? Most importantly, that young man was telling me, like Paul in Philippians 4, I think it's 11 to 13, said, guess what? In plenty, I'm contented. In less, I am contented. Yeah? I not worry about anything. I am contented through him that strengthens me. We need to start being contented in our situations. Not complacent now. Come on now. Not complacent. Total difference. You know, I go say, no, boy, okay, I've gotten this first degree. All right, I've gotten this CXE, so I'm just going to sit down now. You know, you can't be contented with that. You have to keep moving. But I'm saying, while you're in the moment, be contented and give thanks. It's important to give thanks. In everything, give thanks. That young man was giving thanks for his situation, his $1,500 that his stepfather can afford to give him. I'm contented in that, Eric, in this moment. And when my time of plenty comes, and when time of plenty comes even better for my stepfather, I will be contented in that as well. So what I want all of us to begin to understand is to remember the values that our parents set for us from day one. Yeah? How them water us with the values. Yeah? To say thank you and to satisfy. But sometimes we just grow up and we don't know how to satisfy no more. We don't even know how to be happy anymore. Right? We don't know to be happy anymore. Don't mind my mug. I drink everything from it. There's water in this and on it right now. You can say be happy. My mother gave it to me. So I drink everything from it. Be happy. I'm reminded by it every single day. Because I drink from it every morning, afternoon as well, and in the evenings. And it reminds me that in the present moment, you know, in every moment of time, I should be thankful. A lot of us don't know to give thanks, you know. We grumble about a lot of things. We have to change our mindset. We have to begin to change our mindset because it's because when we now learn how to be thankful for least or for less, we'll also know how to be thankful for plenty. Because a lot of people, when they reach plenty, they don't remember to give thanks. Well, the good Lord said, in everything give thanks. Come on now. In everything give thanks. He never say in some things, you know. In everything give thanks. I want to talk to you for about 10 minutes, but forgive me if I go over that. We have to begin to give thanks and satisfy. When that young man stood his ground in front of everybody, and that young man, he said in that moment, give me the $500 that I work for. Your money not frighten me. I will take what I work for. I'll take what I deserve in this moment. I don't want you to trick me and try to distract me from my family and distract me from everything else. Some of us, we have our dreams and want to become this or become that. But somebody stop us and say, no, sir. I feel as if you should become that other thing or pursue that other career. Distraction. Be careful of the distraction around you. Be careful of the detours around you. Not everything that comes to you you should take it up. Not everything that comes to you meaning that you should cross over on that bridge. You need to have the spirit of this discernment that when certain things come to you, you can stop and look at it and say, no, this doesn't look good. Like the young man. I don't remember his name, but I hope by the time I'm supposed to finish this video, his name would come to me. I remember something. He said his mother's name is Andine. His mother's name is Andine. Right? So Andine must, along with the stepfather, they must have been teaching that young man some valuable life lessons. Said, listen to me. I don't have all the lunch money today. But you can take this, and that little boy learned to satisfy from early. These are some of the situations that happened to me. There are many days no lunch money. But in everything I give thanks. There was no lunch money, but one day I had bread and callaloo. And I took it to school. And did the children laugh? Lord. Be happy. Be happy. They laughed so hard. Eric, bread and callaloo. I was like, yes, bread and callaloo. And I laughed too. Because guess what? They're not going to distract me. That young man reminded me of my younger self. You can't distract me. Because I'm going to be thankful in the little that I have. And I'm going to be thankful in the plenty. If I didn't know how to be thankful in little, yeah? When plenty come, I don't know what. Or if I don't know how to be... Listen to me, man. Come on, man. Come on. Come on, man. Come on. Some people can't satisfy. But I want us, I want you to stand firm. And I want you now to stop. Come on now. I want you now to face up to that boyfriend and that husband who doesn't believe in you. Yeah? The doctor that you want to become. The nurse that you want to become. The lawyer that you want to become. The television presenter that you want to become. Don't let nobody tell you no. So that husband, that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that auntie, that uncle, that niece, that nephew, that mom, that daddy, who out there telling you no, you stand up to them today, right now in this moment and say, yes, you don't have the authority to reign on my gifts. You don't have the authority. You don't have the approval of my spirit to reign on my territory. Yeah? God bless me with that gift. And from the moment I imagine it, come on now. Guys, listen. From the moment you imagine it, you can reach it. And if you reach it, you can achieve it. Don't let nobody tell you anything. Yeah? Be careful of the distractions. Be careful of the detours. Be careful. Watch out for the dream blockers. Watch out for the dream killers. Watch out for the people that's going to tell you no, they don't have the right to reign on your territory. Because there's a Father up above who's looking down in tender love. He was the one who literally blessed you with this gift and this imagination. It was at 12 years old. 12 years old. I made up my mind that I was going to be on TV. It wasn't by luck or sheer chance why it happened. It wasn't by riches why it happened. It wasn't by connections why it happened. It was a dream. And I was determined to let that dream come true. And even though along the way I was laughed at. Come on now, I tell you about the distractions, you know. I tell you about those people. They're going to stand in your way and they're going to laugh. The jokers, they're going to come and they're going to laugh because they can't see what you're seeing. They don't have the vision into your future, so they can't speak into your future. Why are you going to allow people to speak into your destiny? I said 10 minutes, boys, 15 minutes, forgive me. But let me finish up. That young man stood his ground. Yeah? He understood the sacrifices of his stepfather. He understood the love of his stepfather. And that young man, listen to me, man, when you have a stepfather who's taking care of you, it's obvious that that stepfather is being like the biological father to that child. It's obvious that he's being a father to him. It's obvious that his father is nurturing him to be an upstanding gentleman. Come on now. For many of us, as we go through life, you will see bigger money. You will see big houses. You'll be promised big jobs. Yeah? But a lot of these, as Solomon said, vanity and vexation of the spirit. Because guess what? It's a distraction from your purpose. And it's a distraction from your destiny. You cannot go through life and allow the lion inside of you. Come on now. You cannot go through life and allow the lion inside of you to stay asleep. They say don't wake a sleeping lion, but you need to wake up the one that's inside you and roar. You need to wake up the sleeping lion inside you. Your sleeping talents, your sleeping gifts, your sleeping knowledge, and roar. Nobody's coming to save you. And do not let your circumstances limit you. Your circumstances, do not allow them to be a distraction. I can tell you about my circumstances, but I'll tell you about my circumstances of my past. And why, if I'd allowed those circumstances to be a distraction, I wouldn't be where I am today. I have enough more to go. A lot of miles ahead of me. Right now, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. You know that song? I'm coming up. I can't sing, but I'll try. On the rough side of the mountain, I'm doing my best to make it in. Come on, man. The mountainside rough, but I can promise you, it's while you're coming up on the mountain that you learn to be a better climber. It's while you're coming up on the rough side of the mountain, you're learning to be an excellent climber. Yeah? Because you have to get up there. It's going to take hard work and sweat. I don't know nobody that gets somewhere without hard work. I don't know nobody. Even the thief has to work very hard so that nobody catches him. I think that's a very hard job too, actually. Yeah, you have to plan it right. Because if you get the plan wrong, especially if you're a thief in Jamaica or one of them country community where the machete man them is, then you know what can go on. You have to plan it right. So it's when you're on the rough side of the mountain that you learn the lessons that will take you to the top. And while you're climbing up, I can bet you're going to meet up on some maca. Yeah? Thorns, as some people say. Or some sharp stones. Bruise your hand. Your knee, all everywhere. But do not allow that to distract you from your purpose and from your destiny. Wake up the sleeping lion inside you and roar. It's time to roar. It's time to rest back on the values that mommy and daddy taught you. And remember them, because they're those things those are the things that's going to keep you when you're on the rough side of the mountain. When you're trying to get up to the top. Yeah, you see that young man, that probably 11-year-old, his name is Damien. Damien is his name. Damien showed or proved in that moment that he's solid. I cannot be shaken. And if he takes this kind of attitude into his life, he's going to go a far way. And he'll be teaching other young men to stand firm and to be kings and to lead. Immediately, he's a leader. Yeah? As an adult, I was there showing him. I was showing that young man the glitters. Literally, it's $2,000, but I was there showing that young man $2,000. He never got $2,000 for himself yet. He got $1,500. That's what he said. But even that could not provoke the young man to choose me over his stepfather, to choose me over the love at home, to choose me over the values that mommy and stepfather have been sharing with him and teaching him and helping him to become a man of worth, an upstanding gentleman in this country, in this nation, in this universe. So I want you right now to talk to your detractors. Talk to that husband. Talk to that wife. Talk to that girlfriend. Talk to that co-worker. Talk to that boss. Who they are raining on your territory, raining on your gifts and blocking them. And the people who are literally telling you to try something else, do that. And that's not what you're meant to do. We always know. Yeah? Because no matter what we're doing, if it doesn't feel right in your soul, it's not it. In my other coaching sessions and speaking sessions, I will help you how to step into your purpose and step into your destiny. All right? So just look out for more information coming up in other videos that will be posted as well, as to how you can be a part of my coaching sessions to step into your purpose, to become more, to become better. Some of us, we are holding very good jobs, but we know there's so much more. How do you get the outs? How do you get the lion out? How do you roar? How do you stand before the congregation? How do you stand before the audiences? How do you stand before your boss and your supervisor and speak with authority? How do you stand as royalty, as kings and queens and princes and princesses? How do you find that confidence to talk to the prime minister, to talk to the ministers and stand firm in your truth? How do you do that? How do you get there? How do you get rid of that trembling fear and your mouth getting dry and the palms sweating? How do you get rid of those things? How do you stand firm and say, no, not today. You're not going to defeat me. Today I will stand. Today I will stand in my truth. I will not accept $2,000. Yeah, for you to block my destiny and for you to block my purpose. Yeah, come on, I'm going to walk away from that house. I'm going to walk away from that relationship. I'm going to walk away from this job. Don't just go and walk away from your job just like that. Come on, you're going to need the coaching sessions so it can help you to prepare for the next level first. All right. So guys, Damien, that 10-year-old boy, maybe 11 or 12, I don't remember, I'm not sure of his age. He taught me a valuable lesson yesterday in that moment at St. Mary's St. Mary's Primary School, when he said to me, I don't want your $2,000. Yeah? I'm not going to call my mother to say, Mommy, I have a new stepfather because he's given me $2,000 and my stepfather has only given me $1,500. But what I will take is the money that I worked hard for, the money that I sang for, $500. And I'm sure he felt satisfied in his soul because he worked for that. He was not distracted. He was not prepared to sacrifice the love of his father. He was not prepared to sacrifice the love of his mother. He was not prepared to sacrifice his home. A lot of us, we do things out there. much to the dismay of the love that we're brought upon, much to the dismay of our mother, our father, stepfather, sister, brother, entire family, even ourselves, because we allow ourselves to be distracted. Yeah? We do have the shiny things out there and the $2,000 out there. Be careful of what is it that you're accepting into your life. Be careful of what is it that you're allowing into your world to block you from your purpose. You can be blocked by your purpose, And you're the only one who can do it. You're the only one who can allow it. You can be blocked from your purpose and from your destiny. But I don't want that to happen to you. So you need to look out for the other videos that are coming up so that you can be a part of my coaching sessions, and for you to follow this platform. Subscribe, like, follow, so that you can be up to date with the motivational videos that I'll be posting. I'm going to talk a lot more about releasing the lion inside you so that you can roar. I'm going to talk about taking time for yourself in silence so you can become more and become better. I'm going to talk about so many things and how I made it to television without links, without money, but with only a dream that started, an imagination. My imagination went to work at 12 years old. If I imagined it, I knew I could reach it. And if I could reach it, I knew I could achieve it. I've done it. Not just with 1 TV shows, 8 TV shows. I had no idea that my life would have taken actually a 360 full, where not only just made it to TV with the Eric Show and the Love Zone and so many other shows that I will share with you in the future, but so many other videos and radio commercials and all of that. Over 200, by the way. And talking to some of the biggest managers in corporate Jamaica and signing contracts with these people, with these businesses that I only grew up hearing about, but I'm sitting in the boardrooms with the CEOs and the managers and the greats that you see on TV and you hear about in the press. How did I achieve that? How did I get there? A little boy from the hills of Above Rocks in St. Catherine, from a family who had little. I don't remember a day of plenty. We had little, but we're always thankful. In everything, give thanks. And again, the great lesson or lessons from Damodine, student of St. Mary's Primary School, that stand your ground. Do not be distracted about all the so-called good things that the world wants to deliver to you. Yeah? But when they deliver it to you, it's not for your own good. It's not for their own good. It's not for the good of the people around you as well. You have to be careful now. That it's not about self now. Come on now. But that young man stood his ground and said, listen, I will honor my mother and my father all the days of my life so that my days will be long on this land. Be careful of the Trojan horses that you're accepting in your life. We're going to talk about the Trojan horse in another talk as well. So stick around. All right. So thank you so much. Love you. Keep good. Keep safe. And keep praying.